video. My name is Judith Adams, and on today's video we are talking about 5 things we should put aside as Africans, Ghanaians to be precise. Well, to be frank with you, I came up with a long list, but I had to narrow it down to just 5 things. These things to me personally, just my own opinion, my 2 cents, it's has a lot to do with personal experiences. These 5 things that we need to put aside does not just have sequels on us, but that of others too. And then I thought, if we wouldn't be doing anything for anyone, I think we should do it for ourselves. These things are sometimes subconscious habits that are seen as insidious on the surface, but are actually preventing us from growing and affecting our mental health day in and out. Point number 1, and this happens to be one of my pet peeves: stop commenting on people's weight. Please do not comment on someone's weight. It is not okay. It is never okay to comment on someone's weight. So yes, sometimes we meet people and then we feel like it is okay, because this comes from a good place, right? With no bad intentions. We mention to them, oh my God, you're looking good. You've gained some weight. Stop it. I know you mean well. I know you simply, in simple terms, you are just trying to say that you are living good. But please just say you're living good. Don't tell them they've gained weight, because this has a great sequel on people. It happens to affect their mental health. Please don't do it. Put it aside. I'm stressing on you not doing it, because point number 2, and I think we are all guilty of this: fear of adventure. In other words, fear of change. I think we as Africans, the whole continent, we are scared of adventure. We are scared of trying new things. We are scared of getting out of the box. But then I ask myself this question: if you're not ready to do anything new or try anything new, how do you grow? How do you know what you're good at or how the future looks like for you if you do not want to try anything new? If you do not want to go out there and do something that you've never done before. Let's try and put that aside as Africans. Let's be adventurous. Let's get out there. Let's think out of the box. Let's be inquisitive enough to want to find out how people did stuff, how they got to where they are now. I think being afraid of adventure hinders us a lot as a continent, and we just have to put that aside. The 3rd point I want to mention is our imposing syndrome. Oh my God. Yes, our imposing syndrome is so bad that nobody wants to suggest anything. They feel like what they think is right and they would force it on you. Like, this is it. This is what I want you to do. There's never a suggestion. Where I come from in Ghana, there is never a suggestion. People just force things onto you and feel like it is okay and that they are right and that you are supposed to do as they want because they are saying it to you and they are looking out for you. Guess what? It is bad. Allow people do what they want to do. You don't have to force people. You don't have to impose anything on anyone. Suggest. The best you could do is suggest. Oh, hey, this is what I think would work, but I'm leaving it on the table if you want to do it or not. That is suggestion, right? Imposing is where you just feel like, this is my idea, this is what I feel, this is my thinking, and I think you should do it. Let's put a stop to it. Allow people think and do things on their own. The best you could do is just to suggest. One example of imposing syndrome is asking women at a certain age to get married. What for? Are you even related to them? Do you tend to benefit anything if they get married? And even if they get married, when are you having kids? Why won't you have kids? These things are being imposed on us, like marriages, relationships, kids bearing, all these things. I could keep the list going. They would impose them on you. Nobody cares how you really feel, and nobody will actually even suggest or talk to you to find out what you have in mind, what you think success is. They just impose what we want you to do. And guess what? This actually starts from home though. You are a kid growing up, and your parents literally think they want you to be a doctor. You must be a doctor or nothing else. Yes, they want you to be a certain profession. They're not even going to allow you or suggest it to you. We think you should do this because you're good at this. No. We want you to be a doctor, and you must be a doctor. So yes, imposter syndrome. We've dealt with this from birth, and I think we should just stop. It has to go. You don't determine to people how you want them to live or do stuff. It's okay to suggest. You can't just impose. No. Point number 4. Time management. Our poor time management. Time management, in my opinion, should actually be taught from the earliest age. In schools, in elementary schools, in Ghana or Africa at large, should consider this. Time management should be a skill learned at a very young age. Because look, one thing you would be baffled about is the fact that we actually have a name for it. Ghana man's time, African man's time. So when they say this, it's like, it's okay, I'm just justifying my bad habits of poor time management, which is very terrible. Let's learn how to manage our time very well, not just for us but for others, because once you know how to do these things, you save a lot of people. You use your time wisely. A youth or anyone in Ghana would wake up in a day and do nothing, absolutely nothing. Don't get me wrong, it is okay to spend your time doing nothing. Maybe you're resting, maybe it's a self-care that you are taking or embarking on. It is okay, it is totally fine to do that. But how productive can you be if you wake up and just not do anything? How wasteful is that? How do we catch up to other parts of the world if we manage our time poorly? We do not respect time so much that even when we schedule meetings and other things with people, we come late. You tell a Ghanaian that, hey, we're meeting at 2, you're there at 2 and they are nowhere to be found. No call, no text, no excuse sent whatsoever, no notification or whatsoever, nothing. They just come at the time they feel it is okay and then tell you that, oh, when you said 2, I thought Ghana man time, so I was coming at 4. No. Let's learn how to manage time wisely. When you learn how to manage time wisely, you would be able to enrich yourself. You would grow. There will be development in your life. Why? Because time is money. I know that's a cliche though, but time is really money. And actually, it's more than money, because with money, you could earn it back. With time, you never get it. It's just wasted. You would not get it back. The last point I would mention that we should put away as Africans or Ghanaians in particular is bad customer service. Oh my god, I couldn't wait to mention this. So I have a story. When I was in Ghana, I went to a joint to buy tilapia. So I placed my order and I took my seat behind the lady that was grilling the tilapia. So I'm seated there with my friend and she keeps selling the tilapia. So we are here, mind you, we're here for like an hour. Haven't heard anything from this lady. I walked up to her and I'm like, hi, we came in here earlier. I placed my order and I sat down, but you haven't actually given us any fish yet. Oh, they finished, she replied. I'm like, okay, but we've been here for an hour and I've seen you serve other people. Well, so you saw me serve other people and you never reminded me? Oh, I was fuming. I was fuming. I was so mad. I was boiling inside. I told my friend that we should go somewhere else. He suggested that we should go somewhere else, and I wanted to go back to confront her, just to tell her that I wasn't happy with how she treated me. And definitely my friend knew that it would have escalated to something else. He said, let's go. So we left. Customer service in Ghana is so poor that even though this is a cliche, it never gets to them. It's a rampant saying. It's everywhere. The customer is always right. No, not in Ghana. The customer is never right. You place an order for food and they bring you the wrong food and they expect you to eat it. Yes, you eat it. We brought you what you didn't want and we don't care. You just have to eat it. That's what we can offer. And if you don't want to eat it, we just take our food. Yes, that's what goes on. Of course, if you're asking, yes, out of personal experience, these things happens. I usually make a joke that I would have to find a way to get Yelp to get this restaurants and other places to like register there so we can go and then give them some reviews and tell them how nasty we were treated, or probably reach out to their bosses. But guess what, sometimes you call out for the manager, like, do you have your manager here, hoping for a better treatment. The manager comes out inside with whoever, the salesperson, like, they're right, that's what we do here, that's our policy. I'm like, whoa. So I ordered jollof rice, you're giving me rice and stew and I have to eat it, and it's a policy that because you've already served it? That's how terrible this is. But sometimes too, let's not blame them. As we, the customers, are getting treated awfully, I know that customer service personnel to get treated way worse than us. What we can do to find solutions to this is in it from both ends. Let's treat people like we want to be treated. Whether you are delivering the services or you are receiving the services, let's treat people how we want to be treated. We deal with people's fathers, we deal with people's mothers, people's spouses, people's parents. So you wouldn't go wrong if you put a little respect attached to them. It is never so bad, and so much respect is never awful anyway. It is the best. So let's work on our customer service. If I get rich today, the first thing I'm doing is coming to Ghana to build a customer care institution where I train people and send them out to various companies before they start working. I would personally do that because I can't just wrap my head around it as to whatever is going on. Whether they go through trainings, they do not, I do not know, but I think even if they go through training, more training should be given. That when customers come in, they get the best experience ever before leaving. These are the 5 things I think we can work on and put aside as Ghanaians, which I think will help us as, if not a continent, Africa as large, but as a country, or personally. What's the worst experience you've ever had with the customer service in Ghana or Africa at large? Please comment below, tell me all your experiences and tell me what we could do to make things better for all of us. Maybe something I didn't mention, because these were just 5 things I thought was on top of the list. If you have anything you could add, I would like to read them. And thank you for tuning in. Ramadan Kareem, may Allah accept our prayers. Please like, share and comment